You may have heard people saying that now that AI can write code, that developers are being replaced and software engineering is completely dead. And I get it, there is some truth to that. Traditional software development, where humans write every line of code, is dying very fast. But it doesn't mean that tech careers are over, it just means that they are changing and fast. In this video, I'll explain how AI is transforming software development, what's happening to junior roles in development especially, what the future of engineering looks like, and which career paths you should focus on instead, like cloud engineering and architecture, where the real growth is happening. Now, AI isn't just coming for coding, it's already here. Tools like GitHub Copilot, ChatGPT, and Amazon Q Developer can now generate working code from a single prompt. They can debug code, they can optimize existing applications, they can build APIs, they can write infrastructure as code, they can automate testing, and even deploy the infrastructure as well. Most new software development today starts with AI-generated code, and then it gets reviewed and refined by experienced engineers. So while there's still plenty of development happening, it's no longer written in the same way as it used to be. Now it's orchestrated, and the number of humans that are needed to do the low-level coding is shrinking fast. Now here's the reality. The hardest hit group right now is junior developers. AI can already do most of the routine level coding that a junior engineer might do. It can handle building small features, fixing bugs, writing documentation, doing some testing as well. So a lot of the tasks that a junior developer would do. That means there are far fewer entry-level roles in development and a much higher bar to getting your first job. Companies are hiring fewer developers overall, but they want people who can guide AI systems, review code, and design at a higher level. In the short term, programming is not going away. It's just that the human part of programming now starts at a much higher level up the stack. So that means there's still room for those who have experience, who can learn AI and actually help to guide the AI to develop the code and deploy the applications. At the lower level, from the junior developers, those jobs are just shrinking very quickly, and so it's not really a great time to enter into the industry as a developer. Now, there are alternatives, which again, we'll talk about shortly. Now, here's where this is heading. In the near future, AI is going to handle almost all of the coding. While now it certainly has some limitations, the evolution of the AI, the advancements are happening so quickly that it's not going to be that long before it's able to handle basically all of the coding. Humans are going to describe what they want built. The AI and the AI agents are then going to handle the details of the design, the coding, the testing, the deployment, the whole thing. In fact, over time, the machines will start generating code in languages we don't even understand, optimized for performance and hardware far beyond human readability. Eventually, we won't review the code at all. We will just review the outcomes. We'll describe what we want built, and the AI systems will build it and deploy it, and then we just monitor the results. Now, developers will become software architects as this transition happens. So they'll be using AI tools to design, configure, and direct the entire systems, not just typing out code, but guiding the intelligent agents that are going to do all of those tasks for them. That's where the field is going, and that's why getting into software development as a beginner today is a very difficult thing to do. Now, if you're just starting out and you want a stable, high-paying tech career with a future, don't focus on becoming a coder, focus on becoming a cloud professional. Cloud engineers and architects are in massive demand right now, and that demand is growing because of AI. The reason for that is that every AI system, from chatbots to multimodal models, runs on the cloud infrastructure. So the compute power, the data pipelines, the model hosting, the APIs that make AI work, they live on platforms like AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. In order to leverage AI, to deploy AI-enabled applications, to beat the competition, to evolve quickly, companies are moving their data at a faster rate than ever into the cloud, so they can leverage the features of those cloud platforms, which are very, very advanced. And that means those companies need professionals who can design scalable cloud architectures, manage the costs, the security, integrate AI services, and keep everything running reliably. Now, roles you might want to look at include becoming a cloud engineer and a cloud architect. I often think of the cloud architect as someone with more experience than the cloud engineer. So the cloud engineer is often the starting point for many people if you're moving into the world of cloud. You'll gain lots of hands-on experience as a cloud engineer, and then you'll be able to become an architect further on down the line. Now, these roles are extremely important as companies start to leverage the cloud. If you add in AI skills to your cloud knowledge as well, then it really helps to differentiate you in the industry. So not just understanding how to build and deploy applications, but understanding how AI works, how to use models, how to use the different AI features and services that the cloud provides. That's a really useful skill to help you differentiate yourself from other engineers and architects. To prepare for these roles, you need to understand the fundamentals of cloud computing. So compute, storage, networking, identity and access management, security. You need to understand infrastructure as code, so tools like Terraform and CloudFormation. You need to understand automation and CI/CD, so often used in DevOps for deploying software. These are mechanisms for automation, often using tools like GitHub and AWS Code Pipeline. Docker containers, orchestration, ECS, EKS, also very, very important, and AI integration, as I mentioned before. If you learn these skills, you will future-proof your career. These are skills that are going to be very, very useful for many years to come, and you'll position yourself where the real growth is happening right now as companies start accelerating their migrations into the cloud and building out AI applications. Now, the good news is you don't need a computer science degree to enter into this industry. You don't need any degree. In fact, I don't have a degree. What I have is certifications and experience. Now, how do you gain certifications and experience? Well, you need a good structured training program, and you need a portfolio of projects that can show to employers what you're able to do, how you can solve problems for their businesses. Now, you don't need a job to actually get these. You can learn these through a training program. In fact, we have a program called the Cloud Mastery Bootcamp, which helps people, whether you're a beginner entering into this industry or whether you're already in tech and you're trying to advance your career and transition into cloud computing, we have a pathway for you. And it's all centered around hands-on learning, gaining certifications, but very, very importantly, building hands-on skills that you can then demonstrate to employers through a portfolio that you have online that's accessible, that really shows them that you have the ability to solve problems for the company. That's what gets people hired today in this industry. And as I said, rather than software development, look to these other roles. Look for cloud engineering, cloud architecture, and AI and ML engineering as well. That's a skill set you can bolt on to those previous two job roles to really differentiate yourself. And if you're interested in our Cloud Mastery Bootcamp program and working with me and my team to advance your cloud career, please check the link in the description of this video. And if this video was useful to you and you'd like to see more like this, please like the video and subscribe to our channel.